Okay, so we are here with the vice president? President of the, one of the biggest in Simsbury, I don't know where else, trash companies. And this is a real big honor for me to meet you, especially.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. It's very much an honor to meet you, too. I love an enthusiast.
So, I have a few questions that I think would be great to answer, if you can.
Sure. I would love to answer your questions.
Okay, so one of them is my favorite, is who manufactures your trucks?
Ooh, well, the fun answer for this is we actually have a couple different manufacturers because we have a couple different styles of trucks. So the ones that come to your house and pick up your trash and your recycling every week are what they call automated trucks. They have an arm on the side, kind of squeezes the barrel, dumps it in the back. This is a Peterbilt chassis and an auto car body, because the bodies on all the garbage trucks are a specialty. They are not something you can go buy at any store, and in fact it can take almost 2 years to get a garbage truck that is fully complete in our yard here. Now the other ones that are out there are what they call front load trucks. These are the ones that have the forks in the front, they dump in the top of it. And these trucks are what pick up at like restaurants. These trucks are also Peterbilt chassis and auto car bodies. But then we have our rear load and our roll-off trucks left. Those are different. So our roll-off trucks are mainly Kenworth bodies. And then they have 2 long rails on the back that are meant for picking up the dumpsters. And the rear loads, we actually have 2 different kinds. We have a Kenworth body with a Kenworth chassis and a McNeilus body. And our new one is our coolest truck. It is a Battle Motors truck that has a McNeilus body. Very cool name. It's a really cool truck, and if I have a moment, I'll take you out there and go see it.
Okay, let me flip my questions right. What is the life expectancy as a truck?
Oh, good question. And yeah, they do get dirty, very dirty. And you remember how I said there's 4 kinds of trucks? There's 4 different kind of life cycles of these trucks too. So a roll-off truck will probably last the longest at about 15 years. A rear load truck, 10. Front load truck, 10. The automated trucks, only 7. And that's because all the glass that goes into your recycling that dumps in the back of the truck, it is like sandpaper, and it scrubs out the bottom of those trucks, and they have to re-floor them. And they trade those trucks because they do the same job for trash and recycling. They alternate them to kind of try to keep the life expectancy a little longer. And then I put on your list here other, because we do have some auxiliary trucks like pickup trucks and Fuso trucks, box trucks that do odd jobs around here. And those will last 20 years if you treat them right.
Okay, that was an interesting one. How did Paine start the company, and how did they grow?
Sure. So I am 4th generation. So my great-grandfather started Paine's, and my great-grandfather was a farmer in Simsbury. So not where you would think it would go, from farming to trash.
Yeah.
But this is how it went. Now, they were doing a lot of pickups at local schools in town, where they would take all the food scraps and they would bring it back to the farm, cook it down, and feed it to pigs. So this is kind of the life cycle of a small town. Now from there, they also had chickens. And they would have deliveries where they would go to people's houses, open their front door, count eggs in the fridge, and see, you need 4 eggs? All right, here's your eggs. And they would charge you accordingly. Well, if their truck was already coming to your house and you were like, hey, I don't have a vehicle, but you do. Can you take this to the local town dump for me? And so they started doing that. And eventually, when it got to my grandfather, so this generation here, he said, you know what? Farming is not going to be the main source of income anymore. We are going to have to go trashy.